So we're here at the third day of the conference in Amsterdam, Inspire2Live. You're one of the attendees. And how do you like it so far?
Well, we are, as you mentioned, we are almost at the end of it. And this is my first time, so I came here knowing just a little bit.
Somebody told you you have to go.
And now I have to go, but now learning a lot about the organization. And I have a fantastic impression of it. You, as you know, you never have a second choice for a first impression.
Yes.
So definitely I found here much more that I was expecting.
Well, if you would have to summarize, what is the main thing that you discovered here or met here?
I would say that one thing is reading what the organization is and how it works and so far. The other is being here and interacting with the people. And you see and you feel the commitment of the people. Really, I have been, well, I'm old already, so I have been in several conferences and meetings.
I reckon,
and,
yes.
Yeah, and always looking, for resources for my research, for doing something or doing another thing. Well, here I didn't that. But I was offered every time kind of help from the people.
Right.
Trying to say, how can we help you?
Oh, nice.
So was something that never happened to me.
It's a different approach, right? How can we serve you
approach
instead of you have to serve us?
Exactly, exactly. So really, when they say that they are trying to help each other, well, it's a reality. It's a reality.
This is what
It's a
you're
real
experiencing
thing.
right now. It is,
Exactly.
and that you already experienced before.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
A bit about yourself. You're from Argentina.
Yes.
You come from the world of cancer. You're an oncologist.
I am.
But now you are in research, right?
Yes.
Yes. And what exactly do you research about?
Was my research started many years ago. For 25 years, I have been director of the Center of Molecular Oncology and Translational Medicine at Quilmes National University in Buenos Aires. The research we do is to develop new drugs against cancer through artificial intelligence. What we do is we try to see which one is the driver, the molecule that is in a particular form of cancer is making reproduce the cell so quickly, and
Causes the cancer, in fact.
exactly, and we in silico, so in the computer, we model the protein and see which one is the part that connect with the other protein to make, the cell.
First, you need to diagnose. You need to know what's going on.
Exactly. Right? So then, when we know the precise site, we run that protein against a number of molecules, and we found a molecule that points there and block that site, so inhibiting the potential molecule to work. So
This is what you discovered?
that's the method we use, and we discovered 2 new drugs.
2 already. Is that for particular kinds of cancer?
One is particular for glioblastoma, and the other one that is based in a known molecule in the world of cancer, telomerase, is for almost any kind of cancer.
So in general, actually, medicine. Okay. Now, what struck me when I heard about you is that besides your experience, vast experience in the world of oncology, you also have an experience now as a patient.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what happened?
Absolutely. Because first of all, you are used to treat with patients,
Yes.
asking for advice.
As the doctor.
Yeah. And you supposedly you are the person that knows about. You do research. You look for new molecules, new drugs. Supposedly you are the one that knows about it.
Yes, and we depend on the doctor.
When you go to your friend and another doctor, and he say, "Hey, Daniel, you have cancer." At that moment, you realize that you know nothing, zero about cancer, that you are just another human being, that everything that you knows.
Because what's the difference? Because the diagnosis was not strange to you. I mean, like in general, you know what cancer is.
Exactly.
And a friend of yours told you that now you are the patient?
Yes.
And you say, I don't understand anything of it. Is that because psychologically something changes?
Psychologically. Yeah, of course, what I know, I know.
By knowledge, you know.
By knowledge. But psychologically, you get blocked.
Right.
And you ask the same questions that the patients always ask. Why to me?
Okay.
How come?
Yes. And that's not coming from knowledge, it's coming from emotions, feelings,
from the heart.
Anxiety.
Yeah, from the heart.
The heart.
Yeah,
So
and the heart rules.
The heart rules over the mind, right?
Exactly.
Fortunately, maybe.
Yes, yes.
Yes. And what happened after? Because you got this diagnosis, you were as a patient now.
What happened after that is that, well, for those dark reasons of the windmills of our mind, I decided not to say nobody.
Oh, not even your relatives?
Only my wife.
Your wife knew?
Yeah, and my boss at the university.
You had to inform him?
Yeah.
Because were you able to work afterwards?
After 3 months, so I took 3 months out.
Immediately?
Yes, because immediately I went to surgery.
Okay. Sorry. It was that urgent. You needed to do something.
Not that urgent. I was wanted to do it as soon as possible.
Okay.
So that was my decision.
Time to waste.
Yeah. So immediately went to surgery and then to a very, very strong chemotherapy. So
impossible to work, huh?
Impossible to work. I was completely tired and very depressed also.
Yes. What made you so depressed?
Was a sense of, again from the heart, that was somehow out of my regular life.
Yes. So, being a busy medical professional?
Yeah, that my research, the people I work with, the things I used to do, you know, the sports and my regular life.
It all came to a stop.
Everything changed.
Yes.
So, and it's a funny story. 2 weeks or 3 weeks after finish my chemotherapy, I was in bed, just so tired and so depressed, and I got by LinkedIn message, very enigmatic and short message, saying, "I want to talk with you." And it happens to be Peter.
Peter Kapitein.
Peter Kapitein.
Was the man behind Inspire2Live. Did he know?
No.
He didn't?
No.
But he contacted you for another reason.
He contacted me, and we have a Zoom meeting, and asked me if I want to be a patient advocate.
Oh.
He didn't know that I was in that situation, so it was a matter of serendipity, I think.
Yes.
And it happens that simple act it changed my perspective. I said immediately, yes.
Okay. You didn't have to think about this.
Yes, because I cannot be feeling miserable about myself, self-pity, all this sort of things. I need to be proactive and go back to my life and now with another perspective, because I know what I know. I know my job. I know how to do the things I do, but with another perspective now.
The perspective, a crucial part to your knowledge.
Yeah, the perspective that what I am now is a full human being like everyone with a very common disease that happens to be the disease I study all my life.
Which in some way could be a coincidence.
That at some point could be a coincidence.
Has it changed you as a professional?
Well, I become more, in my research, more patient-oriented, more patient-centered. I do my research thinking in the end, and it's the treatment of the patient.
That's what you have in mind.
Exactly. And in my contact with the patients now, it's different.
Yes.
Because usually there is a disbalance of power between the doctor and the patient.
I see what you mean.
And now we are the same. So the only difference is that I know some things that...
And your position changed.
Yes.
You can relate more to
the
person.
We are in the same level. You're a patient. I'm a patient too. We are having the same disease.
And at the same time, I am a doctor, but I do understand where you are.
I pass through everything you feel.
Yes.
So don't worry, I understand. I understand what you mean.
Do you tell your patients now?
Yes.
You do. And how do they respond?
They relax.
Oh, really?
They feel more comfortable in a way. They go with tension to the doctor, They go.
Of course.
And they somehow relax and say, okay, all these dark ghosts that I see at night, he knows them.
He's going to cure me, but he also knows what I'm going through.
Exactly.
That must be beautiful.
Well, it's a sense of that you are helping others.
Yes.
That is always beautiful.
And you are a patient advocate now for Inspire2Live. You are here now for the first time.
For the first time, and I found here a lot of people in my same situation, a lot of doctors, biologists, and other professions that have passed through this. And normally, and it's such a different environment, because when I go somewhere and say, yeah, I have cancer, I say, oh, I'm sorry. No. And here the people say, oh, you have cancer.
It's almost normal.
Normal.
But the thing about this is that most of the people here, they do have some experience with cancer, usually as patients, but also are active in the field of cancer.
Exactly.
Does that add value, you think?
Absolutely, absolutely, because now you know the war of cancer from both sides.
Yes. And it goes for most people here.
Yes. So your whole perspective change, and your happens here that I also found that the people have a different look at life. They see life now after having a cancer with joy, with hope, with real interest in helping others, that to feel better, to go ahead and, you know, and get better. And it's really, really a fantastic feeling.
Very good to hear. Just to conclude, how is your health now?
Fine.
Yes.
Fortunately, fine. Was tough. Having all that machinery and surgery, chemotherapy, and so on and so forth. Now I'm having the controls with statistically 94% of being cured. Anyway, I need to do my exams.
Because how long has it been?
Has been in a year.
Only?
Only a year, yeah.
But that's a very good forecast.
Yes,
94%.
it's a very, very good forecast. But even knowing at the beginning that the forecast, you know, could be good, there is a period when you don't know. That is when you are waiting for the biopsy, and you go, you feel the same fears of the rest of the people, because being a physician again say, okay, 94%, but you can say also, okay, but this is 6%.
Yes.
That doesn't work, and you focus.
And that's what the mind does to you, right?
You focus on that 6%, and your mind goes through, and you know.
And now you understand how this works.
Absolutely, and understand what the people feels, even if you go with a positive message, like saying 94% you're cured.
Then you know how they may respond with their mind.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's a peculiar thing, mind.
Because you need to give them some hope and certainty, and because attitude is, passion attitude is so important in the treatment. So
being optimistic, being positive.
Optimistic, being, you know, that you can rely in what they are doing with you, they are helping you. And
so it doesn't add stress.
Exactly. And also to explain better to the patient and get involved in the patient in his own cure.
Yes.
And being here has been a very important opportunity for me to know people that have passed through the same story, and now they are fighting for helping others.
Yes.
And
you relate to that?
Yes, absolutely. And if something that I learned is that by helping others, you are helping yourself, and it really change your mind and change your heart, and that's has been somehow a bad thing that become a good thing. Yes. Because it changed my perspective of life, my way to see life.
I think that's a beautiful ending of this conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michel.
Have a wonderful third day of the conference. I wish you all the best, and I'm sure that you'll be fine.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.